Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Cristiano Ronaldo is finished at the top level. Ronaldo played against Watford yesterday. His finishing was very poor. Ronaldo hit the post against Watford. He scored, but it got disallowed for offside. Ronaldo is out of form at the moment. The last goal he scored was against Brighton, and prior to the Brighton game he didn't score in his last 6 games. Ronaldo will leave Manchester United in the summer, especially if they fail to finish in the top 4. Well, prior to the Leeds game, it said Manchester United will allow Cristiano Ronaldo to leave in the summer. Since Ronaldo re-signed for Manchester United, he's scored 15 goals in all competitions. He has over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with the add-ons included. He wears number 7 shirt and his contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend his contract for a further year. Ronaldo is the highest earner at the moment. He receives nearly £500,000 a week. Ronaldo has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. A lot of players are going to depart the club in the summer. Not only Ronaldo, Cavani will leave Manchester United in the summer. Earlier on this season it said Edinson Cavani is expected to leave as a free agent in the summer. Cavani prefers a move to La Liga. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani is out with injury at the moment. He's endured a few injuries since he signed for the club. Jesse Lingard, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. Lingard should have left Manchester United last month, but Manchester United blocked his exit. Lingard's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Lingard has been part of the club for a long time. He risen up our academy and that, but he doesn't get in the team much. Lingard did come on against Atletico Madrid, and he surprisingly started against Leeds last weekend. Juan Mata, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. Well, Mata's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Mata doesn't get in our team. He lost his place in the team a while ago and he's lost that yard of pace in his aging up. But despite all of that, Mata has had a good career at Manchester United. Mata's made around 277 appearances in all competitions and he's scored 51 goals. Mata's been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Manchester United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million. Donny van de Beek and Martial, I'm expecting them to go in the summer. At the moment, Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton. Martial is out on loan with Sevilla. Matic, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. You know, he's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Matic did start against Watford yesterday, and to be fair, he played very well. Not so long ago, he had a shin injury. Manchester United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017, got him for £40 million. There's a good chance that Pogba will leave Manchester United in the summer. Well, earlier on this season, it said Pogba is open to Premier League offers if he leaves Manchester United this summer. But earlier on this season, it said Pogba is open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. He's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Pogba played against Watford yesterday. He was not that good. Some of his link-up play at times was good and he produced some of his brilliance. Pogba was poor against Atletico Madrid. Pogba though's done well in all other games he's played in since he recovered from injury. Pogba's endured a few injuries since he re-signed for the club, so reflecting on that, he's injury prone.
Charlie,
What?
bring your pyjama bottoms down for wash.
Bring him down.
What?
Bring him down.
Yeah, bring them down. Charlie, bring pyjamas down. Bottoms on top.
Sorry, just had to go do something. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I was on Paul Pogba. You know, this season's been his 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Manchester United paid £89 million for him. So reflecting on that, is our most expensive signing at the moment. Jones and Bailly, I'm also expecting them to leave the club in the summer. Harry Maguire and Wan-Bissaka could leave in the summer as well. And I'm expecting Dean Henderson to leave, because obviously Dean Henderson is our second choice goalkeeper. Dean Henderson doesn't get in goal much because we revert back to last summer. De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson has only made 3 appearances this season. So there you go, and in the summer I am expecting Manchester United to make some signings. Man United will want to sign a midfielder, because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Ralph Rangnick, he's been Manchester United's interim manager for around 3 months now. He's Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season, and it did say he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job. Rangnick has endured one transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager, and unfortunately Rangnick did not get backed. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. I've got a lot of respect for Rangnick. I think he's a very good coach. He's a German coach, and the vast majority of German coaches are very good. Rangnick has used a few different formations since he come in. Obviously started off with the 4-2-2 formation. Obviously then went with a 4-3-3 formation, and a lot recently he's gone with that 4-2-3-1 formation. Earlier on this season, Rangnick recommended Ewan Sharpin as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become Manchester United's next permanent manager, and there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You know the news on Mauricio Pochettino. Not so long ago, Pochettino rejected Manchester United as he's waiting for Real Madrid. Real Madrid want Pochettino to replace Carlo Ancelotti because Real Madrid are unhappy with Carlo Ancelotti. Earlier on this season, Graham Potter was on Man United's shortlist. You know Graham Potter is the Brighton manager. And Luis Enrique has also been mentioned. You know, Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Man United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson, even though Man United are not really known as a sacking football club. So, the 4 managers we've sacked since Ferguson, we sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Man United finished 7th under the David Moyes era. I think that's the lowest we've finished in the Premier League era. Then Man United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years. We did win the FA Cup under him. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. The reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. And last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. You know, Manchester United have not been the same team since Ferguson retired. And like I've mentioned so many times, no one's going to replicate what Alex Ferguson did at the club. You know, Ferguson, greatest manager of all time. He brought success to Manchester United. He won 30-odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles. But Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was at Manchester United for 26 years, so reflecting on that, he was a very long-serving manager. Ferguson retired almost 10 years ago. Before Ferguson, you know, Man United weren't that good. We weren't good under Ron Atkinson. You know, weren't that good under Wilf McGuinness, and we weren't good under Franco Farrell. We got relegated under Franco Farrell back in the 1970s. That's what, 40 odd years ago now. Manchester United have only won 4 trophies in the last 10 years. You know, Manchester United have not won the Premier League since 2013. We've not won a trophy since 2017. That's 5 years ago now. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. The only chance Man United have got of winning the trophy this season is the Champions League. I'm very sceptical we'll win the Champions League, so it's going to be another trophyless season for Man United. Rangnick's aim for this season is for Man United to finish in the top four, but reflecting on that 0-0 draw against Watford yesterday, top four is now in doubt. Arsenal have got 3 games in hand over Manchester United. Manchester United need to get the Glazers out. The Glazers have been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16 years. The Glazers bought Manchester United for 500 million back in 2005. Revert back towards the end of last season, Manchester United fans protested against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground and at Old Trafford, because the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. Richard Arnold is our chief executive. He replaced Ed Woodward at the beginning of this month. It was good news from Man United perspective that Woodward stepped down, because Woodward was one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Ed Woodward was at Manchester United for 17 years. But you know what? Manchester United have got very good players. We've got Anthony Elanga. He's done really well since he broke into our first team squad. Elanga played against Watford yesterday. He had a fantastic chance in the game, put it wide. Elanga came off the bench and scored a late equaliser against Atletico Madrid. He scored against Leeds last weekend. Rangnick said not so long ago that Anthony Elanga was close to leaving Manchester United. Anthony Elanga got racially abused earlier on this season because he missed a decisive penalty against Middlesbrough in the Cup. Elanga has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy and that he joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 12. And now he's 19, so he's still young. He's under contract with Man United until June 2026 as an option of a further year. Rashford, he's a good player overall, but he's obviously out of form at the moment. Rashford weren't that good when he came on against Watford yesterday. A lot of United fans, including me, have said that Rashford has not been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. Rashford missed the first 2 months of this season with that shoulder problem. And earlier on this season, he had a minor leg injury. Rashford has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy and that he's been a United player since the age of 7, and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. And since then he's gone on to make nearly 300 appearances in all competitions. Rashford's contract at Man United expires next year. We have Jadon Sancho. He's a good player, Sancho. He's had his good games since he signed for the club. I thought Sancho did well when he came on yesterday against Watford. We're starting to get the best out of him now. But he's still done nowhere near as well as a lot of Manchester United fans expected. Revert back to when we had Solskjaer, we couldn't get the best out of Sancho because Solskjaer persistently played him out of position. There was quite a few games Sancho didn't even play in under Solskjaer. Man United signed Sancho last summer from Borussia Dortmund. We got him in a deal worth 78 million, with add-ons included. Man United paid 73 million up front. Sancho's under contract with Man United until June 2026 as an option of a further year. Sancho endured 4 good years with Borussia Dortmund before he signed for Man United. We've got Ronaldo, best player in the world overall, but he is out of form at the moment. Edison Cavani, he's done well since he signed for Man United. Hasn't played for a while because obviously he's out with injury. Bruno Fernandes, he's one of our best players and he's certainly one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. Fernandes had his chances against Watford yesterday. He had two good opportunities in that first half. There was one chance when he was one-on-one with Ben Foster. Should have put that away. Fernandes obviously got the assist for the Elanga goal against Atletico Madrid, and Fernandes scored against Leeds last weekend. It was a very good header and he got an assist. He's had his good games this season, Fernandes, but he's had a lot of poor games as well. I thought he was far superior last season to this season. Fernandes has been a Manchester United player for 2 years. We got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Earlier on this season, Fernandes rejected a new contract offer at Man United. He said Bruno Fernandes' contract talks are postponed until the summer, having turned down an offer last year. Fernandes only receives £100,000 a week. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Juan Mata, like I said earlier on the video, he's had a good career at Man United, but don't have a great deal of a perception on him anymore because he doesn't get in the team. Jesse Lingard, he's poor and he doesn't really get in the team. Fred, not good enough. He has had his good games under Rangnick, don't get me wrong, but he's had a lot of bad games as well. Fred played against Watford yesterday. To be fair, he weren't too bad. Fred was poor though against Atletico Madrid. Last week Fred came off the bench and scored against Leeds. He beat Maguire at his near post. Don't forget, not so long ago, Fred gave an interview and he said, "It's strange Man United having an interim manager." He said it's a little bad. Man United got Fred quite a few years ago now from Shakhtar Donetsk. We got him for £50 million. We got Pogba, good player. We got Scott McTominay. Don't think he's good enough to represent the club. I did say earlier on this season that McTominay was one of our best performers under Rangnick. McTominay didn't play any part against Watford yesterday because he was out with illness. McTominay has, been part of the club for a long time. Revert back to 2020, he committed his future to the club because he signed a 5-year contract with Manchester United. Matic, not good enough. But he's had his good games at Man United, like I mentioned earlier on in this video. Matic played very well against Watford yesterday. Like I said not so long ago, Matic had a shin injury. Alex Telles, decent left back. He's had his good games under Rangnick. Telles played against Watford yesterday. He put some good crosses in that first half, and I do recall him having a very good chance from a free kick. He offered very little though going forward. The reason Manchester United brought Telles in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020, got him for 15.4 million with add-ons included. We got Luke Shaw, he's a very good left back overall. Luke Shaw came on against Watford yesterday. To be fair, Luke Shaw has improved in his last few games. Shaw's had a few injuries this season. He's injury prone, which is a concern. Shaw's been at Manchester United for around 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Harry Maguire, he's not good enough to represent the club. Manchester United need to move him on in the summer. Maguire was dropped against Watford. Harry Maguire is Manchester United's captain. You know, Rangnick's already said that Maguire will remain Manchester United's captain until the end of the season. But earlier on this season, a lot of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. He's not a leader, is he? Maguire was poor against Atletico Madrid because he was to blame for the Felix goal. And he gave the ball away too many times. Maguire, though, he played very well against Leeds last weekend. He scored a very good header, came from a corner. That was the first time Man United had scored from a corner this season. And Maguire played well against Brighton. You know, Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and his second most expensive signing at the club behind Pogba. And Maguire's been at Manchester United over 2 years now, and he's endured a few injuries since he came to Man United. We've got Rafael Varan. He's a very good centre-back. Most of the time when he plays, he seems to make the difference. He did well against Watford yesterday. You know, defensively he was good, and he showed very good composure, and he brought the ball out well from the back. Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced and he's got a good pedigree behind him. Look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid. Man United signed Varane last summer from Real Madrid. You know, Man United paid around 34 million up front, rises up to 41-42 million with add-ons, and he's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Earlier on this season, Varane had illness. I think he did have stomach pains, and he's endured a couple of injuries since he came to Man United. You know, we've got Eric Bailly. Yeah, he's a good centre-half, Bailly, but he doesn't get in the team much, and plus he's injury-prone, which is a concern. Man United will offload Eric Bailly in the summer. Bailly's been at Man United for around 5.5, 6 years now. Man United got him from Villarreal back in 2016. We paid £38 million for him. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. And last year, Bailly signed a contract with Man United until 2024. Victor Lindelof, I don't rate him, but to his credit, he's done well in the last few games he's played in. Lindelof was good yesterday against Watford, defensively good, showed good composure. Lindelof did well against Atletico Madrid. Lindelof started at right back against Atletico Madrid, so reflecting on that, he was in an unfamiliar role. You know, Lindelof's predominantly a centre back. Manchester United got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017, got him for around 31 million, so Lindelof's been at Man United over 4 years now. Lindelof's under contract with Man United until 2024. We've got Phil Jones, not good enough. Jones doesn't get in the team. The last game Phil Jones played was a cup game against Middlesbrough. He came on, didn't he? He started the game against Wolves at Old Trafford earlier on this season. That's only because Maguire picked up an injury. He was our best performer against Wolves, was Phil Jones. It was his first Premier League appearance since January 2020. Jones has been a long-serving player. You know, this season's been his 11th season at Man United. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. His contract at Manchester United expires next year. We got Diego Dalot. Has missed the last few games, hasn't he? Delors, though, has been impressive under Rangnick and is appeared to be our first choice right back under Rangnick. Do you think Delors will leave Manchester United in the summer? Because he has been subjected to transfer speculation before. Last season, Delors had a loan spell with AC Milan, so reflecting on that, he gained some experience. And we got Delors from Porto. We paid around £19 million for him. His contract at Man United expires next year. You know, Man United have got Wan-Bissaka. Don't think he's good enough. But he's done alright in the last few games he's played in. You know, Bissaka was pretty good against Watford yesterday. He made an impact when he came on against Atletico Madrid. And he put a good performance out against Leeds last weekend. Defensively, Bissaka's good, but the attacking side of his game is not good. There's a lot of Wan-Bissaka's aspects of Wan-Bissaka's game that need to improve. This season's been his third full season at Man United. Man United got Bissaka from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. We got him for 50 million. And we've got De Gea, who's our first choice goalkeeper. De Gea is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's been sensational this season. He's now back to his best. De Gea was in goal yesterday against Watford. He had nothing to do, but his distribution was poor. Prior to the Atletico Madrid game, De Gea said, "I don't see myself away from Manchester United." Don't forget, De Gea got named Premier League's Player of the Month for January. Well, he's won everything domestically at the football club. We've got Dean Henderson, our second choice goalkeeper. He's a good keeper, but like I said earlier on, doesn't really get in. We've got Tom Heaton, our third choice goalkeeper. Obviously, he doesn't get in. You know, he's just a backup. Man United got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa last summer. At the time, Heaton signed a 2-year contract with an option of a further year, and I think Lee Grant is still at the club. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.